All right, hi everyone. Today we're going to continue our study on probability. Okay, and we're going to start off by doing a short recap of what we have learned before. Okay, in the first subtopic, we covered what it means. What does it mean to have a sample space? Okay, and then and a particular event is actually ini ditentukan oleh kamu punya soalan. Okay, so for example, the big event is rolling a dice lah. Okay, but the specific event that you want to count the probability for is sebagai contoh, getting an even number. Okay, so for example, in this case, okay, if the event A okay, is mendapatkan satu nombor genap. Okay, so A will be 2, 4, and 6. Okay, and let's say that B, the event for B, saya tetapkan is mendapat nombor perdana. Okay, getting a prime number. Okay, so what are the prime numbers there are in the dice? So this is where the thing that you learn in Form 1, okay, memang kau kena ingat di sini ni. Prime numbers, the first prime number is 2, second one is 3, and then the third one is 5. Okay, so what if I want to calculate this probability, the probability of getting an even number or a prime number, okay, A atau B. Okay, so the formula, the addition rule that we gave you is PA plus PB, the probability of getting A plus the probability of getting B minus the probability of the overlap, okay, A and B. Okay, so I have drawn this Venn diagram, okay, to show you that this is all the events in A, this is all the events in B, but there's sometimes an overlap. Kadang-kala ada overlap and kadang-kala tiada. But the first subtopic now, we are talking about the overlap first. So let's put these two into the Venn diagram. Okay, so if I have a Venn diagram over here, okay, this is A, and the next Venn diagram here is B. I'm going to find that, okay, here number 4, here number 6, here number 3, here number 5, and we actually find that there is a number 2 yang ada di dalam group A and group B. Okay, event A and event B both have the number 2. Okay, so let's think about this now. Okay, there are three outcomes for event A. So the probability is 3 over 6, which is 1 over 2. Okay, and then the second one is there are 3 possibilities, okay, for event B, which is memilih nombor perdana, which is also 1 over 2. Okay, but there is an overlap, Okay, look at the overlap. There is one that is overlap. Okay, so the probability of getting this overlap is 1 out of 6. Okay, so the probability of getting, the probability of getting an even number or an odd, a prime number, okay, is 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 minus 1 over 6, which is 5 over 6. Yeah, okay, 5 over 6. Let me just double check. Yeah, it should be 5 over 6. 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 minus 1 over 6. Okay, 5 over 6. So that's the probability lah, okay, of getting A or B. Okay, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So, so this is the thing that we learned in the previous chapter. In the previous lesson. Okay, but we are specifically talking about 2 events that have an overlap. Okay, but the thing that we need to talk about in this coming subtopic is a situation which we call mutually exclusive. Okay, mutually exclusive. I'm going to rub all this out. Okay, so mutually exclusive is slightly different from this situation. Okay, so this situation there are the overlap. Okay, in this case there are the overlap. But a mutually exclusive event is if the Venn diagram looks like this. Okay, this is group A, this is group B, and there is no overlap between the two. Okay, so for example, in the case of rolling a die, okay, let's say I have event A, and event A is mendapat nombor ganjil. Okay, so getting an odd number. So the odd number is 1, 3, and 5. So, and B is mendapat nombor genap, getting an even number, which is 2, 4, and 6. Okay. Now notice in these two events there is no overlap. Okay, dia punya outcome okay, the outcome over there. Okay, the outcome over there has no overlap. I put 1, 3, 5 over here and 2, 4, 6 over here. There is no overlap. Okay. Now in this case, this is what we call two mutually exclusive events. Okay, dalam bahasa Melayu dia dipanggil peristiwa saling eksklusif. Dia eksklusif sebab group A and group B dia tiada overlap. Okay, there's no overlap there. So in just like our class now, you have class A and class B, there's no overlap. There's nobody from class B that is also part of class A, and there's nobody from class A that is also part of class B. So, the probability of picking, for example, the probability of picking Spencer from class A, okay, is independent. Okay, dia langsung tiada kaitan dengan class B because dia berada di class A. So it's mutually exclusive. Okay, so in the case now where there is no overlap, okay, the thing that we need to talk about is the probability of getting A or B, okay, is the probability of A plus the probability of B. So if you look at this, this is almost similar to this. Kan? Cuma, the probability of A or B in the first subtopic, dia mengambil kira case yang ada overlap in this way. Okay? But if there's no overlap and it is mutually exclusive, ini kita mesti fikir tahu. It doesn't come automatically. We have to think and see, okay, are these exclusive or not? Okay, we have to think, ada overlap atau tidak. Remember, in the first situation over here, I said, okay, A is 2, 4, 6. Okay, B is 2, 3, and 5. So there is an overlap over here, kan? Dua-dua ada nombor 2. Tapi so this one is not mutually exclusive. But in this case, there is nothing that is the same. 1, 3, 5, 2, 4, 6. Okay, so this is mutually exclusive. Macam mana saya tahu A adalah 1, 3, 5 dan B adalah 2, 4, 6? Itu diberi oleh soalan lah. Okay, so itu kamu jangan bimbang. You just have to know daripada soalan. But it needs you need to think. It doesn't come automatically. Okay, bukan kau nampak saja kau terus tahu. Okay, kau kena fikir sebentar ini. Adakah overlap? If it is overlap, then it is not exclusive. If there is no overlap, then it is mutually exclusive. Okay, and then dia punya pengiraan hampir sama tetapi berbeza lah. Kalau dia tidak eksklusif, kamu kena tolak kebarangkalian of mendapat yang overlap itu. Okay, dan kalau dia not exclusive, kalau dia mutually exclusive, saling eksklusif, then kau campur saja. Okay, another thing that needs to be said is that the probability of A and B, it means kebarangkalian kamu akan mendapat nombor yang sama daripada kedua-dua, okay, is obviously 0. Okay, this is a very important point. The probability of A and B is 0 because there is no overlap between A and B. Okay? In this case, there is a probability of getting an A and B, which is number 2 lah. Okay, 1 per 6. Okay, sebab dua-dua group ada nombor 2. Okay, so the idea of mutually exclusive is something that you need to think about when we go into this probability admin. Okay, now masalah, okay, the common problem that I find in when we answer admaths questions is it is not very specific though. So sorry, sometimes one question okay boleh mengandungi ketiga-tiga subtopik sekaligus. Okay, so dia bukan satu soalan daripada subtopik ini saja. Okay, dia sometimes in that one question all 3 subtopics sekaligus dia kena tanya. Okay, so which is why we take it in stages. The first stage, which we did on when it was our class Monday, the first stage when we did our class was a stage where we consider that there is no exclusivity, there are other overlap. Today we're going to talk about cases where there is no overlap. Okay, dia langsung tidak eksklusif. Okay, so if you take a look at the example, okay, let's take a look at number 2 lah. Okay, so the sample space S, that means S adalah every number between 0 and 51, which is essentially semua nombor dari 1 sampai 50 lah. Okay, don't make me explain to you kenapa 0 dan 51 tidak termasuk. Okay, you should know this by now. Okay, so all the numbers between 1 to 50 and X is an integer. Kenapa? Why is this word, the word integer over here very important? Okay, because integer refers to whole numbers. Okay, we don't want we don't want pecahan, we don't want perpuluhan. Because kalau dia bagi sample space begini kan, semua nombor antara 1 hingga 51, dan kalau dia tidak kasih masuk this line, X is an integer, means 0.1, 0.11, 0.111, semua termasuk. Okay, and then you're going to be one big cluster crap lah. Okay, so that's why this line is very important. Okay, X is an integer. Just to tell you that, okay, kita akan kira nombor bulat saja. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way until 50 lah. Okay, now events X, Y, and Z are defined as follows. So X is integers where X are even numbers. Okay, so let's list them down. So what do you think is in X? The first number will be 2, and then 4, and then 6, and then 8, so on and so forth until the final one is 50. Okay, so all these are even numbers. Y, okay, Y dia cakap adalah integers such that X is between 1 and 49, including 1 and 49. Okay, this is so funny. Okay, so it is 1, 2, 3, 4 sampai nombor 49, which means number 50 is not included because the sample space is between 1 to 50. Okay, Z is integers which are multiples of 3. Okay, perkataan multiples means gandaan. Kalau dalam bahasa kanak-kanak dia dipanggil sifir 3. Okay, so multiples of 3 is sifir 3. So let's put them in, which is 3, 6, 9, 12, and so on and so forth until what is the last number for sifir 3? Should be 48, I think. Okay, 48. 48 is the final number in this group of Z. Okay, now if you look at these three groups, X is 2, 4, 6, 8 sampai 50. Y is 1, 2, 3, 4 sampai 49. Z is 3, 6, 9, 12 until 48. Okay, obviously ketiga-tiga ini kan ada overlap. There is going to be an overlap. Okay, so I want to talk about this one first. Okay, so show that X and Y are exhaustive events. Okay, exhaustive, exhaustive maksudnya semua unsur di dalam ruang sampel, every element in the sample space, okay, is included in both the two events. Okay, kalau three events, kalau two events. So every element in the sample space is in both events. Take a look. X is 2 sampai 50. Y is 1 sampai 49. Our sample space is 1 to 50. So is 1 to 50 in both X and Y? The answer is yes, because tengok, Y ada nombor 1, X ada 50. So when we combine X and Y together, we find that all the sample space is in X and Y. Okay, so they are exhaustive events. Okay, so perkataan exhaustive okay, means everything in the sample space is in there, tiada yang terkeluar. If you remember when you were studying set last time, okay, for example so this is one set, and then sometimes di luar ini ada satu nombor yang terkeluar. Okay, so if there is an element that is not in both the sets, okay, then this is not exhaustive, okay, which we're going to show by Y and Z. So look at Y. Y is number 1 to 49. Z is number 3, 6, 9 until 48. Okay, so there is one number that is missing from the sample space. Ada satu nombor ni yang tercabut, terabaikan, okay, which is the number 50. Nombor 50 tiada dalam set ini dan tiada dalam set ini. Okay, so which is why Y and Z are not exhaustive. Because bila kita gabungkan Y dan Z, kita dapati bahawa ada satu nombor yang tercicir. Okay, so when ada nombor yang tercicir, dan kita katakan bahawa dua peristiwa ini, both these events are not exhaustive. Okay, means kita tidak habis itu ruang sampel. Okay, we didn't finish using the sample space. Okay, C. X and Z are not mutually exclusive. Okay, remember this, huh? Kalau dia mutually exclusive, tiada overlap. There's no overlap between the sets. Okay, if they are not mutually exclusive, means there is an overlap. Let's look for the overlap. Look at X and look at Z. Okay, one glance, kamu nampak ada overlap sudah. X ada 6 dan Z ada 6. The moment there is one overlap, then you can safely say that they are not mutually exclusive. Okay, and so they are not mutually exclusive. So these are very basic concepts that we need to understand, and we need to get it. Because okay, ini bukan soalan SPM guys. Okay, ini hanya soalan untuk mengukuhkan dasar kamu terhadap benda ini. Because many people answer probability by jumping straight into the questions, but not really thinking through it. Okay, mereka tidak ada dasar lah. The basics behind probability is more important than answering the question itself. The question is only 2 or 3 marks. Okay, but if you answer and if you get 2 or 3 marks, but you don't understand how you got the 2 or 3 marks, might as well not answer. Okay, so let's take another one lah. Number 3. So a fair dice is rolled. I mentioned in the previous class, apa yang sangat penting dengan perkataan fair dice lah. Okay, so events A and B are defined as follows. Okay, so A is a score of less than 3. Okay, let's put A into perspective. So A is a score less than 3. Apa nombor yang kita boleh dapat? You can get number 1 and number 2. Okay, somebody in the previous class and somebody after that asked me, kenapa kalau kita melambung biji dadu bahkan kita boleh dapat nombor kosong? Okay, yeah, please shake your head wherever you are lah. Okay, if you can roll a dice and get number 0, okay, seriously, give a clap to yourself lah. Okay, so B is a score greater than 4. Okay, let's list it down. Score greater than 4 means tidak termasuk 4. So that means it's 5 and 6. Now, look at these two events. Okay, is there an overlap? Okay, if there is no overlap, means they are mutually exclusive. Okay, kenapa tiada nombor 3 dan nombor 4? Okay, because A sudah kena define this way, B sudah kena define this way. Suka hati soalan lah. Okay, mau juga nombor 3 dan nombor 4. Okay, don't. Okay, so A is this, B is this. Just follow whatever the question says, because that's what the question does. So find the probability of A and the probability of B first. Okay, so probability of A ini senang. Ada 2 elemen di dalam A over how many elements altogether in rolling a dice? It's 6. So it is 1 over 3. Probability of B also will be the same. Okay, which is also 1 over 3. Okay, so what is the probability of A atau B? Okay, A atau B is probability of A plus probability of B, which is 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3. Okay, and you will get 2 over 3. Now, based on this, there are a few things that we can conclude. Okay, ini pun masih basics lah. Are A and B equally likely events? Equally likely maksudnya do they have the same probability? Okay, equally likely, do they have the same probability? B, are they mutually exclusive events? Mutually exclusive means, tiada overlap. And it's true lah, tiada overlap. So, yes. So the answer for A is yes, they're equally likely because the probability is the same. They're mutually exclusive because there is no overlap. Okay, and the third question, are they exhaustive events? The answer is no. Because tengok, apa nombor yang tiada di dalam kedua-dua A dan number 3 and number 4. If we draw a Venn diagram, okay, we will get A is this, there's number 1 and number 2, and then we get B, we get number 5 and number 6. But our sample space, okay, our sample space has to include what? Has to include number 3 and number 4, kan? So number 3 and number 4 sedih, tiada kumpulan. Okay, seperti pelajar terabai, okay, langsung tidak disenaraikan dalam mana-mana kelas. Okay, so these This, because there is an outsider lah, okay, in this Venn diagram, so we say that A and B are non-exhaustive events. Sebab kalau dia exhaustive, nombor 3 ada dalam satu group, nombor 4 ada dalam satu group. But the fact of the matter is, number 3 and number 4 have no place. Dia tiada kelas. Tiada orang di kelas A mau, tiada orang di kelas B mau. Wow. Okay, so they are non-exhaustive events. So when we understand, when we understand the basics of this stuff, the basics of what it means to be mutually exclusive and exhaustive, okay, I hope that this helps you think through. Okay, mesti kita fikir ini. Okay, ramai orang pandang rendah soalan probability, ada orang fikir kira-kira sudah terus dapat. Okay, we mesti fikir because it is more than just that. Alright, now we go to the proper calculation questions. Okay, ini soalan yang calculation lah. Let's take a look at, let's do number 4 first lah. Okay, a box contains 2 red marbles, 5 blue marbles, and 3 white marbles. Okay, so kotak yang sama ada 2 merah, 5 biru, and 3 putih. Now, if a marble is drawn at random from the box, find the probability that a blue or a white marble is chosen. Okay, so let's call this blue, B for blue, and W for white. So what is the probability of getting a blue marble? How many blue marbles are there? 5. So 5 out of, how many altogether? 2 plus 5 plus 3 is 10. So it is 1 over 2. Okay, perkara ini dalam subtopic pertama sudah kena cover, dalam kelas dengan Puan Lim sudah kena cover. Okay, the very basics of probability is always this. What is the probability of getting a white marble? How many white marbles are there? 3. How many marbles are there altogether? 10. Okay, so it's 3 over 10. So the probability of getting, okay, a blue or white marble, okay, is 1 over 2 plus 3 over 10. But think about this first. Is there an overlap? Is these two events mutually exclusive? Okay. Kalau kau terpilih sebiji kuli bahkan, adakah ia pada masa yang sama biru dan putih? Okay. You have to think. Okay, is it going to be blue and white at the same time? The answer is obviously not. Okay, if you have 10 separate color marbles and then suddenly you pick up one and the blue can become white and the white can become blue, something is either wrong with your eyes or something is wrong with the world. Okay, fine, doesn't matter. So dramatic. Okay, so if it is not possible for it to be at the same time, okay, sebab kau pilih satu biji saja, okay, fine, you pilih satu biji saja, so you can only do it at once. So the probability of that will be the probability of blue plus the probability of white. So 1 over 2 plus 3 over 10. Okay, what's our answer? So there is no minus, okay, there is no minus lah. Because if you look at our previous one, okay, so kalau dia non-mutually exclusive, ada overlap, then kita kena minus. But since they are mutually exclusive, kita just campur saja the probability for both events. Okay, what's the answer, people? 1 over 2 plus 3 over 10. And the answer is, okay, 4 over 5. All right, valid enough lah. 4 over 5. All right, so 4 over 5, Sorry. Okay, so 4 over 5. All right, let's take a look at number 5. A fair dice is rolled. Okay, again, sebiji dadu adil lah. Okay, dilambung. So find the probability of landing an odd number or a number less than 4. Okay, let's take a look. Odd number. I'm going to call this O for odd number lah. Okay, bilangan. Fine, whatever. O for odd number. So what are the odd numbers? 1, 3, dan 5. Nombor ganjil 1, 3, 5. So it will be 3 out of, what is the sample space for dice? 6 lah. Okay, which is 1 over 2. Alright. Now, number less than 4. Okay, number less than 4. I'm going to do this as probability of, I'm going to give the letter F lah for the number 4. Okay, what is the number that is less than 4? 1, getting a number less than 4 is also 3 per 6, which is 1 per 2. Now, because it is all, okay, masih lagi, we want to find probability of O or, okay, F lah. Okay, but the thing is this, think about it. Are these two events, okay, mutually exclusive or not? Okay, think about this. 1, 3, 5 is the odd number. This one is 1, 2, 3. If you listen to the sound of my voice, you will know that I have said two numbers that are overlapping. Think about it. Okay, this is O. Sorry. Aduh. This is O. Okay, and this is the F lah. And you will find out that actually there is an overlap. Okay, O is odd numbers, which is 1, 3, and 5. F is numbers that are less than 4, which is 1, 2, and 3. Tengok, ada overlap kan? Dua-dua ada nombor 1 dan 3. So 1 and 3 is overlap. Here is 5, and here is 2. Okay. So in this case, this is a non-mutually exclusive non-mutually exclusive event. So we have to berbalik kepada the original formula, which is this plus this minus the probability of getting both. So probability of O and F, okay, is how many events are there? 2 over 6. Okay, 2 over 6, which is 1 over 3. Oh dear. So the probability of getting this, okay, is 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2, okay, minus 1 over 3. Okay, which is the first subtopic we learned now. Probability of O plus the probability of F minus the probability of O and F. Disebabkan dia ada overlap. Okay, and your final answer will be 2 over 3. Okay. So, walaupun this question is under this this subtopic lah. Okay, that doesn't mean that you should just blindly do PA plus PB begitu tanpa mengambil kira ada overlap atau tidak. Because hakikatnya dua peristiwa ini, both these events, there is an overlap. Okay, we must think whether there is an overlap or no overlap. Okay. In the case of memilih satu biji guli daripada satu kotak, usually there is no overlap lah. Okay. But in the case of rolling a dice, everything depends on the event yang kamu mau. Okay, everything depends on the event. Alright, let's take a look at number 6. Okay, so a number is chosen from the set 1, 2, 3, all the way until 25. So the 25 numbers all the way lah. So find the probability that the number is a multiple of 4 or a multiple of 7. Okay, so I'm going to write the first one as P4. Okay, gandaan 4. Remember the words gandaan dalam bahasa sekolah rendah is sifir. Okay, sifir 4 dan sifir 7. Okay, kalau dalam bahasa orang tua is gandaan 4 dan gandaan 7. Tapi dalam bahasa peperiksaan SPM is called gandaan. Okay, sifir is for kids. So yeah. So gandaan 4, let's think about it. Gandaan 4 is 4, 8, 12, 16. Okay, how many numbers are there altogether? From 1 to 25 yang gandaan 4. Tell me in the chat. Okay, so there are 6 numbers altogether. Okay, so the probability of getting a multiple of 4 is 6 over 25. Macam mana kau dapat 6? Mari kita kira 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Kan? Bolehkah 28 dikira? Tidak. Kenapa? Sebab nombor paling besar dalam sample space is 25. Okay. Alright. Next one is multiple of 7. Okay. So multiple of 7. How many multiples of 7 are there? 3. So it will be 3 out of 25. Okay, 3 out of 25. Now think about this. Fikir sejenak. Adakah gandaan 4 dan gandaan 7 eksklusif or not? Is there an overlap between these two events? If there's an overlap, tell me where the overlap is. Ada overlap ke tidak? No overlap. Alright, good. So if there's no overlap, means it is mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive, kalau kita punya probability is or, kasih tambah je dua-dua. No problem. So the probability of 4 or 7, okay, is 6 over 25 plus 3 over 25 because there's no overlap. Okay, paling senang ni no overlap because you don't have to do an extra step. Okay, 9 over 25. Is there boleh dipermudahkan ke 9 over 25 please? Tidak, paling mudah sudah. Alright. Okay, so 9 over 25. Wow. Dalam buku dia cakap 8 over 25. Wow. Okay. Anyway. Alright, B. An odd number or multiple of 4. Okay, now we already know a multiple of 4 is 6 over 25. Kita tahu lah. Okay. Odd number. I'm going to call this PO. Okay. How many odd numbers? What is the probability of getting an odd number? Cuba kira. Probability of getting an odd number. How many odd numbers are there? Odd number is ganjil. Okay, ganjil. So 1, 2, 3, 5 semua. So the odd number is how many over 25? Some people say 12, some people say 13. Which one is which? Termasuk 1 dan termasuk 25, guys. So dalam sample set is 1 all the way to 25. Okay, so 13. So let's put it as 13. Okay. So, but the question is, find the probability that it is odd number or multiple of 4. So we know that we have to plus this together. But the question that we need to ask is there an overlap? Cuba kau fikir, ada overlap tak? There is no overlap lah, obviously, because all multiples of 4, semua gandaan 4 adalah nombor genap. Okay, so in that case, the probability of 4 or 0, okay, is 4 or odd numbers is 6 over 25 plus 13 over 25. Okay, which will give you 19 over 25. Ada, sorry can it be, boleh di, permudahkan kah 19 over 25? Cannot. So that's the paling mudah sudah lah. Right. So answer is 19 over 25. Okay, that's your final answer. So this is a contoh soalan di mana both the questions is mutually exclusive. Okay, mutually exclusive is the easiest actually. It's just that you have to stop for a while and think, because the previous subtopic we learned cases where it is not mutually exclusive, so kita kena minus the overlap. Okay, so be very careful with that. If it is mutually exclusive, tambah saja, no problem. Okay, tambah saja. Alright, let's go to the next question, which is number 7. Okay, number 7 is 2 coins are tossed at the same time. Okay, if event A is obtaining 2 heads and event B is obtaining 2 tails, find the probability of obtaining 2 heads or 2 tails. Okay, so okay, in this case, okay, usually for coins, I like to think of it this way. let's say if what is my sample space like? Let's talk about this. Our sample space will be, the first one will be one head and the next one also is head. Okay, coin number one is head, coin number two is head. Okay, coin number one is head, coin number two is tail. And coin number three is, sorry, situation number three, coin number one is tail, coin number two is head. And situation number four, coin number one is tail, coin number two is tail. And ini saja semua kemungkinan yang boleh. Can you find any other situation which can be different? Cannot. Okay, because you only have two coins lah. Okay, so the probability of obtaining two heads is only one. Okay, so probability of HH okay, is 1 out of how many situations are there altogether? 4. The probability of obtaining two tails okay, is also, tengok berapa? Satu saja. This case, dia adalah dua tails. Okay, is only 1. So, also 1 out of 4. Same question you need to ask. Is this event and this event, okay, are these two events mutually exclusive? Okay, the answer is yes, they are mutually exclusive because they cannot happen at the same time. Okay, yeah, you can't. It can't happen at the same time. So if they're mutually exclusive, then you will be just, the probability will be 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4. Okay, which will be 1 over 2. That's it. Okay. So actually the question is very simple. Okay, the question is very simple. It's just that another common problem that a lot of people face is understanding what the question was about. Every day we do this, but somehow we just cannot bayangkan okay, how it is possible. All right. Now let's take a look at question 8. Now question 8 is a little bit tricky. Okay, but we see how it goes now. Okay, so 5 essays coded A, B, C, D, E were shortlisted in essay writing competition and will be evaluated by a panel of judges to determine the essays to be awarded first prize, second prize, and third prize. So events X and Y are given as follows. So X is essays coded A and B do not win any of the 3 prizes, which is C, D, and E lah. Okay. Y pula is X essays coded A, B, and D win the 3 prizes. Okay, so this is a pretty standard SPM question. Okay, but actually it involves what? It involves permutation and combination. Okay, so you have 5 essays, but you only want to choose 3. Yeah, okay. You only want to choose 3 to win the 3 prizes. Okay, but over here I'm not seeing any condition lah. Macam tiada syarat lah kalau siapa-siapa yang menang first, second, asalkan ada 3 menang. So the number of our sample space, okay, in this case is 5 essays, choose 3. Okay, so it is 10. Okay, so there are 10 possible outcomes lah. Okay, for this. Okay, if you want to list down if you want to use the super old school method, you want to list down the sample space, boleh. Okay, the first one is A, B, C yang menang. Second one is A, B, D yang menang. Third one is A, B, E yang menang. Apa lagi? B, C, D. B, D, E. Kan? C. There are only 10, so we can list them out lah. Apa lagi? B, D, E. C, D, E. Oh, I'm missing a few. A, C, D. Kan? A, C, D. A, D, E. two more though. BCA is the same as ABC. Because the arrangement doesn't matter. Dia tidak cakap siapa. Yeah, I know it's very strange. Dia tidak cakap siapa yang harus menang first, siapa yang harus. Dia cakap asalkan 3 saja, which makes our life easier lah. Imagine if they have to do some argument ada 16. Is there a combination that I'm missing? ABC, ABD, ABE, ACD, ADE. Oh, ACE lagi kan? ACE. BCD, BDE, CDE. I'm missing one more. There should be 10 altogether. Thank you. BED. Oh, no, BED, BDE is the same. BED and BDE is the same. ABC, ABD, ABE. Anybody tell me one more that I am missing? BCD, BDE, CDE. Oh, I know. BCE. Okay, BCE. So when we list down the sample space like this, then we know what is the probability of X. The probability of X is A and B langsung tidak menang any of the 3 prizes. Okay, so let's consider this, the probability of X. Okay, A dan B langsung tiada menang, which means we want to choose the combinations yang tiada A dan tiada B. Okay, so there is only how many? Let me see. Here the B, so there's only one lah. This is the only one. A and B do not win any of the 3 prizes. So semua di dalam sini ada A atau B. Okay, so the probability of X is 1 over 10. So CDE saja. Why? Essays coded A, B, and D win the 3 prizes. This is even less of a no-brainer. Okay, which is mana? This one. This is the only situation where A, B, and D menang. So the probability of Y, okay, is also 1 over 10. Okay, so find the probability of X or Y. Okay, question, is X and Y mutually exclusive? Question is yes, they are mutually exclusive because ABD dan CDE okay, is not overlapping. Okay, ini dan ini adalah event yang berlainan. Okay, so the answer will be 1 over 5. 1 per 10 tambah 1 per 10 lah. Okay, 1 over 10 plus 1 over 10 is 2 over 10. 2 over 10 you simplify, you get 1 over 5. Okay. It seems like a very apa bahasa lah ni, macam no-brainer ni, macam itu je dia tanyakan. And a lot of people, yeah, I know, a lot of students after they study probability, then they say, sir, why again bar? Sorry, I don't understand the question. Why again what? Why what? Explanation. Which, okay, so why is, I'm assuming that you're saying event Y lah. So event Y is dia cakap essays coded A, B, D win the 3 prizes. Okay, so kalau kamu tengok A, B, and D, okay, A, B, and D. So there is only one situation where A, B, and D menang. Ini A, B, and E cannot. B, C, and D tak boleh. Okay, so there's only one situation where A, B, and D win the 3 prizes. So because of that, one situation out of 10 possible situations is 1 over 10. Okay, so, but because X and Y are mutually exclusive, okay, X and Y are mutually exclusive, so we can just add them together and we don't have to think about the overlap because there is no overlap. Okay, and as I was saying lah, this question is very long, tapi dia punya jalan kerja sebenarnya sangat pendek. Okay, which is like, it's the kind of question that, you know, yeah, long questions usually make us think. Short questions make us think even harder. So yeah, I would rather have the long question. Okay, maybe at this point in time, you are asking yourself, why do we have to learn probability? Well, besides the fact that it is part of your syllabus, probability is actually very important if you want to win card games. Okay? Yeah, quantum physics. Yeah, that also lah. But if you want to win card games, okay, yeah, probability is a very important thing that you. Okay, but I can imagine all the memes coming out lah. Okay, yang berkaitan dengan siapa yang main card game and at the same time you're calculating the probability. I have a friend. She has never lost a game. But because she can count the cards. There's a method that she does. She can count the cards and she knows who has which card. Can you imagine? That's how they Chotai Tea, sorry. Yeah, so she used to play Chotai Tea a lot with us. She has never lost. So I'm like, how does she even remember all this? If she loses, it's because of luck. But even then, okay, the probability of her losing is like 1 out of how many. Okay, so yeah. If you want a little bit of motivation on learning probability, winning card games is always a good. I'm not saying gambling. I'm just saying winning card games. Okay, maintaining your dignity. Yeah lah. Okay, that's a very prime reason. Okay, to learn probability. All right, I want to go to 2 more questions, which is question number 10. Question number 10, question number 11, and then we'll call it a day. All right, number 10. So sample space S and its subset A, B, and C, okay, are defined as follows. So S is a set of code words from the letters of the word submit. Okay, A is set of code words that begin and end with consonants. B is a set of code words that begin with a vowel and end with a consonant. And set C is a set of code words that begin with a consonant and end with a vowel. Okay. Before you even look at the questions, okay, I want you to think these 4 situations okay, look very familiar. Okay, when we see the words begin with a vowel, end with a consonant, begin with a consonant, end with a vowel, almost immediately brings to mind the concept of permutation. Very good. Okay, Timothy. So what I want you to do is tell me how many possible outcomes there can be, okay, for S, A, B, and C. Berapa susunan yang mungkin, okay, for S, A, B, and C. Okay, I'm going to pause the recording to give you some time to do that, and I'm going to give you about 5 minutes to do the permutation. Okay. Okay, so we have so I have gotten these few answers of people giving me the answers for how they find the number of code words for S, A, B, C. And so far as I can see, Timothy has gotten it correct. So I'm going to pass the time over to Timothy. Timothy, why don't you share with us how you got sorry, how you got your answer. I think yes. Okay, over to you, Timothy.
Come on, Tim.
Okay, hi guys. Can see ka?
And
Okay, so because for S, like everyone know, just 6 and factorial ka to. Like that saja. I mean S like the easiest one. So for A and B and C is actually almost the same. The first one they ask for consonant and the last one also consonant. So like use 4 because there's 4 consonant for the first one. 4 pick 1. And then the last one, because 1 consonant is already been taken by the first one. So the last one, the last letter, only 3 left. So 3 P1. And then the rest is 4. Tinggal 4. So just times all of it, then get 288. I need to explain all.
You explain the second one because the third one, C dan B sebenarnya sama by itu.
Oh yeah, okay. So the second one is also the same, but then they minta the first letter is vowel and the last one is consonant. So vowel only have 2, so 2 P1, and the last one is consonant, so 4 P1. So the rest is just for factorial. And then this time, yes. Okay.
Does anybody have any questions for Timothy? Like, masih tidak faham ke apa-apa, you can still ask him while he's showing us his video.
Okay. Everyone okay, kan?
Okay, so if there's no noise, then let's just assume that it's okay. All right.
Okay.
So, thanks, Timothy.
Okay, sir.
So, let's go back to this. So, so we are having S. Okay, we are having S as berapa itu? 488 kan? Oh, no,
288.
S.
Oh, S720.
S
Sorry.
is 720, A is 288, B
192.
is 2, and C is
192.
Okay, so if we use that, the probability of A will be 288 over 720. Okay, which when you simplify, tell me how much lah. And then B will also be, B is 192 over 720. Okay, always divide by the number of sample space lah. Okay, and C also is the same. Okay, C is 192 over 720. Okay, you will get this one should be propagator. Can anybody tell me what is the answer for A? Like the simplified lah. 288 per 720 is 2 over 5. Okay, B is, what about B? B and C is the same lah. B and C is 4 over 15. Okay, dua-dua pun 4 over 15. 4 over 50. Okay, so then by determining PA or B or C and PA and B and C explains why A, B and C are mutually exclusive but not exhaustive. Okay, so let me see. Okay, let's take a look at this now. Let's find probability of A or B or C. Okay, if we follow our old understanding, it should be the probability of A plus the probability of B plus the probability of C. Okay, but the question that we need to ask, okay, is whether there is an overlap, okay, in between all this lah. Okay, and this one needs for us to think a little bit more, but actually there is no overlap because words that begin and end with consonants cannot be the same words that begin and end with one vowel and one consonant and one consonant, one vowel. So ketiga-tiga ini adalah sebenarnya they are exclusive because they cannot overlap. Kalau perkataan itu bermula dan berakhir dengan konsonan, takkanlah dia boleh overlap dengan perkataan yang bermula dengan konsonan dan berakhir dengan vowel. It's not possible. Okay, so so there is no overlap over there. That's why A, B, and C are mutually exclusive. And when we calculate this, we find that this is 2 over 5 plus 4 over 15 plus another 4 over 15. How much does that give us? 2 over 5 plus 4 over 15 plus 4 over 15. What is our final answer? Okay, the answer will be 14 over 15. Now we find that even when we combine all the three probabilities together, okay, walaupun kita combine all the three probabilities together, dan ketiga-tiga sebenarnya adalah saling eksklusif, we find that the total probability is not 1. Okay, dia bukan 15 per 15. Okay, and because of that, it is not exhaustive because masih ada event, okay, masih ada event yang di luar A, B dan C. Okay, dia di dalam ruang sample space, but it is not in A, not in B, and not in C. Okay, and if you understand the situation, actually, it is the words that begin with vowel and end with vowel. Kau tengok, dia tidak termasuk dalam kumpulan ini. Okay, so the words that begin with vowel and end with vowel, okay, is the remaining words lah. Alright, so that's why it is not exhaustive. Because if it is, okay, kalau dia exhaustive, jumlah kebarangkalian semua event yang mutually exclusive mesti sama dengan satu. But it is not the same as one. Okay, dia kurang daripada satu. So obviously it is not exhaustive. Okay, so yeah, this is a slightly tough question. So they're proving, which seems to be the trend these days. All right, let's do one last one. Question number 11. So a gardener has 3 pots, each pot holding a flowering plant. Each of these plants has either yellow flowers or red flowers. Okay, this is very similar to, I'm not sure whether this is a past year SPM question or whether ada soalan trial dari negeri mana yang pernah tanya. I remember seeing this question before, not in a textbook. Okay, so find the probability of the following events occurring. Okay, so the probability that 2 of the plants have yellow flowers. Okay, and all of the pots have plants with yellow flowers. Okay, think about it. So, sometimes the easiest way is to list down the sample spaces. Okay, so you have, so the first one will be yellow, yellow, and yellow. Okay, but remember, first pot, second pot, third pot, they are different. You know? So yellow, 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 red. Okay, yellow, red. Okay, or yellow, red, yellow. Ini semua berlainan ini because every pot is different. Okay, so if you think about it, there are altogether 8 possible outcomes. Okay, let's try to list them all out. Yellow, 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 red, yellow, red, yellow. Apa lagi? Tell me the rest of the 5. Let's see. So, okay, so yellow, red, red. Okay. Red, red, red. Apa lagi? Okay, red, yellow, red. 2 more. Red, red, yellow. Last one. Yellow, red, red, ada sudah. RRY, RYR, RYY. Okay, red, yellow, yellow. Okay. Now, how do I know? Macam mana saya tahu yang ada 8 saja dia punya ini? This is the first thing that we learned when we did permutation and combination. Okay, you have 3 pots. Every pot ada 2 kemungkinan yang berlaku. So pot number 1 is 2 kemungkinan, pot number 2 is 2 kemungkinan, pot number 3 is 2 kemungkinan. So jumlah kemungkinan yang mungkin ada adalah 2 kali 2 kali 2, which is 8. That's how I know that my sample space is 8. Because I use the multiplication rule from chapter 6. Okay, setiap pot ada 2. Okay, so 2 times 2 times 2 will be 8. Okay, that's how I know that there are 8 combinations altogether. Okay, so let's find the probability. First event, okay, I'm going to call this the probability of A. A is 2 of the pots of the plants, 2 of the pots have plants with yellow flowers. 2 kuning. Okay, so 2 kuning. Okay, 2 kuning is, I'm going to use a slightly different color. Okay. 2 kuning is this one lah, obviously. Okay, apa lagi? 2 and 3. Okay, so this will be 3 out of 8. Okay, maybe at this point you're asking, kenapa yang Y tidak dikira? Because soalan dia cakap cun-cun 2. Okay, bukan sekurang-kurangnya 2. Okay, bukan, you know, we need to read the question as it is. Kalau dia cakap 2 lah itu. Okay, it cannot be sekurang-kurangnya. Jangan mengada-ngada. Mau, kenapa ini 3 ni? Semua soalan tidak minta. Okay, jadi janganlah. So B, all the pots have plants with yellow flowers. semua adalah warna kuning. Okay, and in that case, only one is possible. So ini saja yang mungkin. Okay, so the probability of this B is 1 out of 8. Okay, so find the probability that 2 of the pots or all 3 pots have yellow flowers. So we want to find the probability of A atau B. Okay. Before you find this, always ask yourself, are these two events mutually exclusive or not? Okay, and the answer is they are mutually exclusive because mana mungkin this event overlap dengan this event is not possible. Okay, because this is 2, this is 3. So since they are mutually exclusive, then kita tambah sajalah 3 over 8 plus 1 over 8 will give you 1 over. That's how we do questions that have to do with mutually exclusive. Okay? Alright, any questions regarding our this one? Actually, this concludes our lesson lah. Saya habis sudah mengajar, but you know, I can teach now, but you do this. 7.22b. Which was Jeremy's question. Okay. 7.22b. A box containing books. Find the probability giving 1 English book, 2 Bahasa Cina books, and 4 Bahasa Melayu. So, 1 English book is. Oh. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, so in this case, in the case of 2b, everyone can see this, right? Okay, so in the case of 2b, okay, first you have to remember that out of 12 books, you're only choosing 7. Okay, so if you're choosing 7 books, so this 12C7, that's our sample space. Okay, 12C7. Then after that, okay, in order for you to choose 1 English book, since there are 2 books in English, so it's 2C1. 2 Bahasa Cina books is 7, sorry, Bahasa Cina is how many? 5. So 3C2. Okay, 3C2. 4 Bahasa Melayu books is 7C4. Okay, then when you get all those together, then you add, then divide by the sample space. Does that make sense? Did I give you all the answer? The answer is actually 35 out of 132 lah. I know the answer that they gave is not, dia belum permudahkan itu. 108 over yada bahkan. Dia belum permudahkan. The answer is actually 35 over 132. Alright. Okay, any other questions? Welcome. Okay, if there's no questions, I just want to remind you of a couple of things. I'm going to stop the recording.